division rising in the modern political discourse, a new voice has arisen, calling for tolerance and understanding in these troubled times. This new voice of reason calls for tolerance from all sides of the debate, as the only way for society to move forward from past hurts and rise into a new empire. To present the case for civility in discourse, Wilhelm Reicher III. Good evening.
Guten Abend.
Why don't you start us off by explaining what exactly you'd like to see changed in the political discourse?
Well, it's quite simple, really. We are seeing growing intolerance of alternate political theories. What my friends and I at the National Society for Social Civility would like to see is a community where everyone is free to express their opinions without fear of attack or negative consequences simply because someone disagrees with them.
Jolly good old chap. And what has brought you to this place?
Well, it seems that whenever anyone on the left wants to hold a rally, they're allowed to. But whenever our organization wants to march in support of our ideals, the police harass us and shut us down before we even get started. I mean, your group embarks on one itty-bitty pogrom and suddenly...
I'm sorry, old boy, a what?
A pogrom. Sorry, how do you say? Ein Umlauf. Ein Randel?
Oh, a rampage.
Yeah! Your group goes on one little rampage and suddenly no one wants to know what you have to offer the community.
And just what is it that your group are offering the community?
Well, we are a loose affiliation of like-minded individuals who are interested in preserving what we perceive as threatened cultures.
Any cultures in particular?
Well, the white culture, for one.
So you're white nationalists then?
We prefer the term white preservationists.
Be that as it may, you're still perpetuating an ideology that the vast majority of the social group you claim to be preserving find incredibly distasteful at best and dangerous and violent at worst.
We just want to ensure that the white people are heard and that voice is protected from the radicals that would wipe us out. Every election, more and more minorities take a bigger chunk of the vote in Western nations.
In spite of the fact that 81.9% of the Australian Parliament, 87% of Congress in America, and 92% of British Parliament are white.
You can prove anything with statistics. The fact remains that white people are under attack, and we will fight to make our voices heard.
With violence if necessary.
Yeah!
But surely it's a matter of public interest to prevent ideologies that resort to violence if they don't get their own way from having a public voice.
Oh, we totally agree. We really want to see those damnable leftists stopped in their tracks. But the government refuses, so until then, we will fight for the ideals of free speech.
So at some point, presumably when you have gained power, you will use that power to shut down any criticism and discourse contrary to your own.
Yeah.
And you don't see the fundamental irony in advocating for free speech when you are only using it to get your ideology positioned to crush all opposition.
9.
The tolerance paradox in a nutshell. Wilhelm, thank you for your time. You know the Russians are crushing you at Stalingrad, old boy.
Yeah, we used to be friends, but then we had a disagreement.